First of all, Happy New Year. I hope this year brings you all the success and health that you deserve. And in this video, I decided to talk about the gear that I bought during this past year of 2025 and how useful or not it was to me. So hopefully you'll enjoy the video. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is this little tube light. I bought two of these. Actually, this was bought in 2024, but most of the use I gave it was in 2025. So I think it made sense to include it here in this list. These are incredibly versatile tube lights. So you can attach these to any magnetic surface that's magnetic usable, like metal and stuff like that, aluminum and stuff like that. And you can also mount them on tripods and stuff like that. I'm going to turn this off so it doesn't glare too much. And these have been so useful because they're so tiny and they're actually quite powerful for the size they have. And I've been using them non-stop in every single shoot I've done this year, be it short films or my project Isabel, which I've made a video about if you haven't seen it, and scenes that I shoot for actors. So this has been very useful, as a hair light, sometimes as a key light, as an accent light here or there, as some background light if I need to fill up a background or something. It's just absolutely amazing. This is so cheap that it's a no-brainer for me for you to get something like this, if not exactly like this. It doesn't have to be this specific brand specific model, but these cost me little over 50 euros in 2024. I think they're still around the same price now. Obviously, I'll leave links in the description below for all the products I'm talking about. Those are obviously affiliate links if you want to help me out and help the channel. They always give me a little kickback if you do check them out and buy something. So yeah, these tube lights are a miracle. If you're doing any kind of cinematography at all, and you already have key lights and stuff like that, I have these RGB, also these 660 Pro from Neewer. They are great. They also work very, very well. I also have one of those bigger lights from Neewer as well, but these are a lifesaver. I've used them all over my sets and it's been a blast, and this is probably the best investment I've made so far in lighting because I get to use them all the time. They're always useful and they're RGB and they have a ton of effects as well. And yeah, I can't recommend enough getting one of these tube lights because it'll make your life so much easier and it's just so much fun to use. Anyway, moving on. The next thing I want to talk about is a lens that I got, and I got this lens here just for photography, but I guess it would be interesting to mention it. And this is a very affordable lens. This is an APS-C lens only, and this is the Canon EFS 55 to 150 millimeter STM. So this is basically the best version of this lens. There are three versions of this lens, and this one is the most efficient. It has better autofocus than the other two, and it is a great lens. As I mentioned, I bought this strictly for photography. Not that I wouldn't use it in video. I might use it if I need a really long shot, simply really zoomed in and I need a lot of reach. I might use it, but it's mostly a photography camera. The manual focus is just not good for movie making, for filmmaking, for video. So, but I thought I'd mention this lens because it's been really pleasing for me. As you can tell, I'm not spending a lot of money on this, especially because it's just for photography. I just want to play around and take some shots. I'm not going to splurge a lot of money in photography gear, but I thought I'd mention this lens. And I also got another lens, which I'll show it to you now. And this is another lens I got this year, and this is a Sigma 17 to 70, also for APS-C, and 2.8 to 4.5, so it's a variable aperture, and it's a really nifty zoom lens. It's from Sigma. It's kind of an old lens, and I bought this really cheap in secondhand. I found a good deal, actually half off of what we usually sells for, so I just jumped the gun and bought it because I thought it would be a good addition for me, because I was looking for a lens to use on my camera, not my film camera, not my cinema camera, but my other camera, which I will mention in a minute, to shoot, behind the scenes stuff, just a little general purpose lens to shoot, have wide shots and have some close-ups if I need to, just to get some coverage of what we're doing in the backstage and behind the scenes. So I didn't want to invest, again, a lot of money on something that was just for BTS and stuff like that. So I just got this little lens. It's not perfect. It's got a lot of flaws. but it works very fine for what I intended it for it to do. So it's a little purchase, and I got this for under 100 euros, which is a bargain. So I'm really happy with this lens, and yeah, I can't recommend enough if you're looking for something easy to use, cheap, and it's not gonna break the bank, and the quality is okay, doable, and you don't need it for anything major like filmmaking or anything. You're just looking for something for photographs or for some BTS like I am. This will probably do you fine. It's a bit of an older lens, Sigma 17-70, 2.8 to 4.5, but it does the job it's intended to. And my most recent purchase was this system, which I've mentioned briefly on my audio gear video, which I did like last week, I think. And this is the Hollyland Lark Max 2. This is a wireless microphone system, and I am in love with this. The battery just lasts forever. I haven't charged this yet since I bought it. I've got this for like a month or two, and I haven't charged the battery yet. But granted, I'm not using it that much now because of holidays and stuff. It hasn't been really used all that much. But I'm really happy with the sound, with the purchase, and with the sound quality. You're hearing it right now. This is the Lark Max 2 that you're hearing to. This is the audio captured by the transmitter right here. It also lets you connect a lavalier mic if you want to conceal the mic a little more. Not, in this situation right here, I just have the mic pinned right here with magnets behind my clothes. So it holds there, and it's really light. It's really easy to use and manageable, especially if you're doing narrative work. It's really easy to hide these and use the lav mics if you want to. It's a very complete kit. I'm not going to get into it that much because there are literally hundreds and hundreds of videos, paid promotions mostly, but hundreds of videos talking about this system. And even though you can look past the promotions that people are making, this is actually a very good product. I bought this with my own money, so I can absolutely vouch for it. This is an incredible system. If you're looking for wireless mics, I'd recommend these hands down. And the last thing I purchased this year is the camera that's recording me right now, and that is the Canon R7. I bought this camera because I do a lot of photography. I do headshots for actors and stuff, and portrait photography, and I also do a lot of hobby photography. I like to take pictures of my cats, take pictures of my girlfriend, take pictures of whatever I want, some landscapes. Every time I go out, I take the camera. So I bought this camera mainly for photography, but I love the video capabilities it has. I'm using it for YouTube, obviously. I used to own the Canon 90D. I sold that one, and I got the Canon R7. I got an EF to RF adapter, and I'm using this camera right now with the 18-35 Sigma art lens. And it's a great combo. Stabilization in the R7 is amazing. So I can't recommend this camera enough if you're looking for something that's not gonna break the bank, and you need something for good photography and for very decent video. I don't see why not get a camera like this. You might say, oh, it's not full frame, it's an APS-C sensor. It is, but I'm not really a full frame guy. I've never really been a full frame guy when it comes to video and film, especially considering that most films in the past 150 years or 100 and so years have been shot in smaller cropped sensors. So I'm kind of used to that workflow. My Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K is an APS-C sensor and a Super 35 sensor, if you will. But I'm used to that format, and I enjoy it very much. And I think full frame does have its advantages. It obviously does. But I tend to think of full frame more as a photography thing. Even though I completely recognize that people are jumping full frame all the way, I might do it in the future, but right now I'm just fully satisfied with these cropped sensors. I'm not looking for anything, in particular from full frame right now. So I'm just really rocking these cropped sensors because I love them. And I think that the R7, it's such a feature-packed camera that it was impossible to resist. It's basically the Canon 90D on steroids and on a mirrorless body. And that's it. Those are the things that I bought this year. Not a lot, because I haven't been financially as successful as I would like to be. So I've been investing my time in projects and just doing everything for free, apart from my client work with my actors and stuff like that. But it hasn't been a really, breakthrough year financially speaking, so I haven't been able to purchase all that much, even if I wanted to. But these were the purchases, my humble purchases. I know this is not, you know, the whole table filled with lenses and stuff that I bought, as I probably would like it to be, but it's my humble version of the gear I bought in 2025. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, be sure to comment below, leave a like and subscribe to this channel. And also, if you have any suggestions of what stuff you'd like to see from this channel pertaining to filmmaking or even photography, if you're interested in that, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll be glad to see it through if it makes sense, obviously, for the channel. Anyway, leave your feedback. I hope you have a great year, and I hope that your filmmaking improves and that you get all that you want from this very, very hard life that is filmmaking. When I talk about filmmaking, I'm not talking about weddings or stuff. I'm talking about actual filmmaking, narrative work, trying to break through into the big boys and making films that actually get released and so on. But I'm blabbing on. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.